Podcast Kollective presents Episode 4, featuring Slade Capades and Beyond I. The first segment, Unplugging from the Matrix.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, everybody? What's good?
What's good with the Slade tribe, y'all?
Welcome to Slade Capades. I'm Dayna.
I am Shanti.
And together we're
The Slade Capades. Aren't we cheesy?
We are super cheesy.
Yes, well.
Welcome to our segment.
That's right.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're here to share with you. This segment is about the Matrix, right, babe?
Unplugging
from the Matrix. So, I mean, I guess that can come in a myriad of ways, but how would you say, like, we're thinking about it?
I put it back on you because I remember there's a story behind it. It's not my story. It's your story. You were in the kitchen.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys should see my face.
You were in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
You were so busy and you were being thoughtless or something.
Oh, yes. Thank you, baby. Oh, my God. Okay.
I'm just here to help you remember.
That's right. I'm just here to help you remember. Right. Thank you, my love. Oh, yes.
Okay.
I was doing a session. I was on the phone doing a session. The person couldn't hear me. You know, I couldn't hear them. I had my headphones on. I had turned around to come into the bedroom to get into the session. And as I did that, my phone jack came out of my phone, my earphones snatched out of my phone jack. And I was like, no. But before then, I was doing way too much. And to me, that was a sign for me to unplug. So I was forced to unplug from the Matrix. You know, it's just doing too much.
It's deeper than that because
it is
not just that it unplugged your headphones,
mm-hmm.
It rendered your phone jack unusable. Like you
unusable.
could not use it.
And so we're going to force you to unplug.
That's exactly what that was.
Yeah.
When we're doing too much, we become careless.
Yeah.
We go from like very intentional being
mm-hmm.
to just this gliding, not even gliding because that sounds kind of nice. It's just kind of like this,
right.
Stumbling
mm-hmm.
through life without intention. Like we're just trying to mark things off the to-do list.
Right.
We're just going from one thing to the next thing. We're just grinding.
Yeah.
And there's no mindfulness involved. There's no, we're not being present. We're not being. We're just focusing on the doing. That was a really good metaphor.
Yeah, for sure.
To slow down.
Mm-hmm.
There's things, that's what I've noticed too, though, that there's things that happen that will say slow down.
Yeah, all the time.
It can be something small.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for you to sit your butt down
mm-hmm.
and
mm-hmm.
rest. Rest can be productive in it of itself.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sat down. I didn't work in a way. It's like, no, you're going to lay down. Like you thought you were going to just sit down. No, we're going to lay your tail down and you're not going to get up for several days.
That's right.
And you're not going to be able to do anything so that we can get busy in the business of restoration.
Mm-hmm.
Our bodies do so much work when we rest and when we sleep. There's so much renewal that happens. It
mm-hmm.
is equally, if not more important than the stuff that we do.
It's definitely more important because without that, we can't do what we need to do the way we need to do it. If we're thinking about nature and what nature does, it unplugs, it goes into hibernation to restore
Mm-hmm.
for the spring to do what it needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we are reflections of that. And our body naturally goes into like this kind of hibernation. And then we force ourselves to do unnatural things to make sure that we are awake during the time where our body needs restoration, so to honor ourselves during the wintertime, unplug from the Matrix as naturally as we can in this Matrix.
Well,
right?
I tell you, that's a word right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just winter seasonally. Like we think about what the winter brings. Well, it brings shorter days. The lack of light is longer. And it could be just the winter of our lives.
Yeah.
It could be a dark night of the soul. It could just be nighttime. Like
Right.
it could just be time to go to sleep. I think about how our computers say, would you like for me to do an upgrade during these hours, like the hours in which you're not using
Right.
your computer?
Right.
Like, so, but even the computer realizes, like, in the hours that I'm not working,
Right.
then I can do the necessary upgrade. When we talk about the cellular renewal and all the neuroplasticity that happens in the brain when we go offline, essentially,
Right.
and when we allow ourselves to rest, we are upgrading ourselves.
Systems loading.
So yes, winter can look like many things.
Yeah, because isn't there a sleep mode on the computer? Isn't there something that says
There's a sleep mode on the computer.
Right.
We can do sleep on our phones.
Right.
There's so all
got
these
something?
other things.
Get some damn sleep.
Get some sleep. And even the guy that configured my desktop, he made it so that I can't go without doing the updates. Because he's like, people don't do the updates and then their computer crashes and then they come to me to fix it, but it's because they haven't done the updates as they need to happen. And so we need to do our updates and our upgrades, right?
Even if it causes glitches sometimes.
I think, another way I think about unplugging from the matrix, I think about it in my mentality and my perception and in my interpretation of things. And so for me, it's a recognition of the systemic programming and illusion.
You better talk that.
I'm just saying, I do think that there is a lot of control through propaganda and fear. And there is a lot of ways in which we are programmed.
That's right.
Many of which we don't even realize. And when we can unplug from the materialism or the superficiality of those things and really connect to where the universal truth is, and that is in nature.
Yes, absolutely. Nature
and love. Like
Yes.
those are the two places.
Yeah.
Earth, wind, fire,
The sea,
water, in the form of the sea, nature, and it's in the jungle or the forest, the trees, and the living, the oxygenation, and then all what's going on underneath the surface and how all those things communicate through the much. I mean, there's so much watching the animals, so much, and there's no programming in any of that.
No, I mean an internal, I guess, instinctual program that they follow.
So that's like a cycle.
Yeah.
When I talk about programs, I'm like
systematic, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Love and nature are really the only two things that do make sense. When you watch nature, you learn so much about yourself. Think about how no matter what, you always hear like the birds sing. No matter what's going on in the world, what humans are doing to the earth, nature is continuing to do what it's doing.
But I'll say this about the birds now. Sometimes the birds will alert you to the fact that something is coming. Like you don't hear birds before a hurricane. Like there's certain things, the birds are going to fly away.
Right, but they're doing naturally what they do.
Right,
no
they're
matter
still
what's
there. They're not just with you at that time. They'll come back. But if you pay attention to nature,
right,
nature will provide. Nature will heal. Nature will increase your awareness, help you with your remembrance.
Yeah,
all of it. Not just the birds.
No, I mean all of nature.
All of
period.
The animals. All of the animals. All of the creatures.
No matter what we are doing to the earth, nature is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. No matter what. I always think of the spider when I see how intricate the web is that spider takes this time to create. I watched a spider create a web and I was like, whoa, so patient, and didn't care about when the next wind was going to blow, if somebody was going to come and knock it down,
or anything.
And like a message to me saying, co-create no matter what. You can feel the fear, but go ahead and co-create. Don't stop yourself from being a wonderful and amazing co-creator because you're worried about when the next wind is going to blow, when the next person is going to come and try to, you feel take you down, or, no, create no matter what.
I just watched something today that was talking about recreation and how we used to have recreation built into our school systems.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there's recreation facilities.
Yes.
Remember, you could go and have some fun and stuff like that.
Yes.
And really, when we do that,
Mm-hmm.
it's about recreating ourselves through that activity.
Yeah.
We get to see ourselves as a volleyball player. We get to see ourselves like when we used to go outside and play, and we used to get really creative.
Yeah.
And I'm this and you're that. And then we're
using our imagination.
Using our imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into that co-creation, using our imagination. We get to see ourselves in different ways if we allow ourselves to imagine, to dream, to hold visions for ourselves.
Right.
We don't have time. Well, I don't say we don't have time. I'll say we put ourselves on the back burner and the doing of everything else happens versus the taking the time to do that.
The beingness.
That beingness, and where we can create, whatever that looks like. Is it music? Is it art?
Yeah.
Is it gardening?
Yes. It's like once upon a time we did have the way that we created, like you said, using your imagination, go outside and do all the things, catch lightning bugs. And I'm sure that there are still people doing that, depending on demographic, but it is becoming difficult to imagine. Even when you were a child, maybe your parents said, oh, it's just your imagination, and how our imagination has been kind of like snuffed in a sense where we have virtual reality now that imagines for us. But at the same time, it's like, as long as we're thinking and feeling, we're creating. And that's the truth, because everything that we are manifesting is from our thoughts and from our feelings anyway. So we are constantly creating. It's about being intentional about what it is that you are creating. And there are some people that are not intentional in their creations, but then at the same time, it serves a purpose, because everything serves a purpose, including the Matrix. As much as we want to, this is a thought I'm having right now. Okay. As much as we want to unplug from the Matrix it serves its purpose. Right now in my mind, I'm thinking, yes, unplug from the Matrix and find your own vortex, right? At the same time, it's like, well, the Matrix is necessary in order for you to understand that you need to create your own vortex. It's that same thing. One thing, two sides.
The dichotomy of it all. The light and the dark. And this and that.
I think in each conversation that we have is always going to go back to that, in a sense, in
the
some way.
You were talking about when you said somebody's trying to steal my joy, then you realize that you had joy.
Right.
Well, yes. Okay. I'm with you on that 100%, because you wouldn't even know that a matrix existed to unplug from.
That's exactly right.
If you didn't have some level of awareness about it. That is key. For so long, I did not understand that a matrix even existed.
In so many different forms. It's like, when I think about the Matrix, it's never really a positive thing, to be honest with you. I see like every emotional drive-by. It's like another Matrix.
You mean like all the emotional drive-bys on social media?
Social media, the news, chisme, gossip, all of the things, and I never think of the Matrix as a good thing, but if it's the thing that forces us into expansion. So it's that whole perspective kind of thing. Yes, the Matrix can be uncomfortable, but at the same time, thank you, Matrix, for pushing us into expansion. Having to say, I need to unplug from the Matrix, lets me know there's an indicator that you are seeking peace. And that's such a beautiful thing. Like,
seeking peace, seeking joy.
Yeah. Balance,
harmony.
The Matrix is so overwhelming that it makes you wake up to the fact that there's the opposite of that exists. So being in gratitude, in some sense, or I would never think of it this way until just now, but having gratitude for the Matrix, I have a story.
Oh boy. Wait a minute. I have to just have to hold on to your story.
Okay, hold on to my
I'm
story.
just absorbing having gratitude for the Matrix. So
Right.
That's a bit of a leap for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit of a leap for me. But I do get the premise from where it's coming from, what
Right.
you're talking about.
Right.
And I would like to just have it without the Matrix.
Yeah, I feel
But-
and we can.
Well, at least that's part of the goal. Okay, so I'll come back to that. I'm feeling about it. So your
Okay.
story?
When we went on vacation
Mhm,
to this place in Mexico, and the waves in the water,
mhm,
right?
mhm.
The waves in the water were pretty big. And you remember we were out there and you was just like, babe, I can't do this. I want to go back to the shore. Now I'm pretty tall, you
Mhm.
know, and so I love jumping in the waves. But my baby is, you know, being tossed around.
Not a fan.
Tossed around.
I'm not a
Okay.
fan
And
of
so
fighting
then,
for survivability on a vacation.
right. And so when we went to another beach in Mexico, the waves weren't as much. Now we were,
Respectable. They were respect.
and so when we were in those waves before, the smaller waves, those waves were big for you. And you were like, this is too much. But then when we went to the other place and those waves were huge, when we came back and went into the first waves, you were like, you know what? I have more appreciation for these little waves.
No, but wait a minute.
So it was
No.
gratitude.
The waves of the second place were always to me respectful waves. The waves of the first place, disrespectful waves. Like I've been in waves more disrespectful than that,
Yes.
where like you're trying to get out, it's knocking you down. You got to make sure your bathing suit is
Right.
still on, you know, all that kind of stuff. I've been in waves like that. That's not how I choose to be.
Right.
In the
But do you
sea
remember,
anymore.
you remember we talked about this, that we were in smaller waves, and those smaller waves you did not think at the time were respectable until you experienced these other huge ass waves, and you were like, you know what, now that I'm in these waves, I can say that they're a little bit more respectable now that I've experienced a bigger wave. And so I say all that to say is that sometimes we have to experience the matrix in order for us to be like, oh wow, this peace that I didn't realize was peace is actually peace. It's perspective.
It's perspective. Okay.
It's
Well, what
perspective.
do you? I don't want to say. I want you to say it. What do you typically say about peace and perspective?
Peace is in your point of focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, your peace is in your point of focus.
Peace is in your point of focus. What you choose to focus on
Mm-hmm.
will either give you peace
Right.
or not.
No matter what's going on in the matrix, what your point of
Yep.
focus is what creates your own vortex.
It's like being in the eye of the storm. You could be in a shit storm, but you could be in the eye of that shit storm and have complete peace.
Absolutely.
If you choose to, it's a choice.
It is.
It is literally a choice, which again, we talked
Mhm.
about the matrix, like a red pill, blue pill choice. I read something the other day. I shared this with you. Trying to live your life like a ceremony. It kind of dawned on me that I want to live just a more intentional life, not just set an intention before a yoga practice,
Right.
or set an intention before a ceremony or something like that. I would like to live a more intentional life such that my life is like ceremony. My life is in deep awareness. My life is in this ultra presentness. Like I'd like to grow that, expand that, so it becomes more of my life, thus making my point of focus, thus co-creating a life that is that what we were talking about, peace and bliss. That's what those are some of my thoughts when it comes to unplugging the matrix.
Yeah.
Knowing that the matrix exists,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing to the depths in which it exists, but
Mhm.
knowing that it's there, and then choosing to live outside of that matrix.
Absolutely. Well,
I know it's there. I do still begin like, oh yeah, it's still matrixing.
It's still matrixy.
peek in there,
Mhm.
and then I'll step back. I want to have some knowledge. I don't want to be ignorant
Mhm.
to what is going on.
Yo, you said a mouthful, babe. You said a mouthful. All of that. I mean, I don't think that I have any more in my head about the Matrix right this minute. But we want to hear from the Slade tribe
Yeah.
to hear, how you guys
Collective.
feel. Yeah. And hear how you guys feel about it. Your experiences with the Matrix and how you feel about the Matrix. And again, only love and light lives here. Positive energy only, people.
Only love and light. There's a couple of different ideas we kind of threw around here. So any one of those pick up on if it's about the Matrix, if it's about peace, if it's about unplugging, if it's about resting or restoration, any of it.
Yeah.
We definitely want to hear from you.
That's right.
Right. And so next segment, our next segment,
Mhm.
we're gonna ask the question and try to answer it. Is love blind?
Yes. Is it?
Is love blind?
Is it?
Is love blind?
Yes.
So join us.
Join us. Let's grow.
Grow together.
Yes.
See y'all next time.
Peace.
The next segment, Rituals 101.
And we're back.
And we have something very interesting to talk about.
Very interesting.
Ritual. What does that mean for Chris?
Every time I say the word rituals, there is a confusing moment for every person. Because when you hear the word rituals, you may think like, oh, it's something satanic or religious or dogmatic. Does that make sense?
It's a negative connotation to
Exactly.
Yes.
But in reality, I feel like this society that we live in, and even in certain communities, they live rituals on a daily basis without even knowing. Think about getting married. The wedding ceremony is a ritual.
Which I never thought of it that way.
And in the past, and we're talking about millennia here, people have been committing to each other with the symbolism of marriage and committing to each other's love and future and building a family and a house. The legality of marriage became a contract. It's a business contract. But in the past, it was more of a ceremonial, and then you get into the life of living and sharing together.
The word ritual, I confuse with spells. Because for me, it almost sounds like the same thing, but it's not. Rituals seem to be something in regards to an action that is to enhance or make better for your life when you do it. Whereas a spell is something that you do to manipulate at someone else's expense. But I, for example, never thought of, and you mentioned it, routine becoming a ritual. I like to wake up in the morning. I like to do a meditation, then go get my matcha, read something, and then go do a workout, shower, and then start the day, right? And so that could be, as you say, considered a ritual, right?
Yeah. That became a routine. But now it's so imprinted in you that you do it on a daily basis that you're like, oh, well, this is something I do. This is not a ritual.
Right.
But in reality, this is one of your rituals. Because I bet that other people are not doing that.
No, it's very personal.
Exactly.
Yes. So rituals are a much more personal.
Yeah. And there's so many rituals that also are passed on through generations, right? Or if you believe in past lives or future lives, whatever you want to call it, and you tap into that information, you access that information from those previous lives, you can learn some of the rituals that you were doing in the past life and bring it into this reality to help you get certain things done. I liked one of the things that you said. I see rituals as a spell
Right.
to manipulate someone. So let's just break that down. Definitely there's so many rituals with spells and so many rituals without spells. A spell is the meaning or intention to manipulate someone's energy. Because I know a lot of people out there, they go to the shaman, they go to the santero, they go to the witch, and they say, oh my God, I want you to do this spell for my ex-boyfriend or my ex-girlfriend. I want them back, blah, blah.
Right.
If that person's energy field is weak, whatever your spell, the intention you put into that spell, is definitely going to work out because it's going to be able to manipulate that other person's energy. Their vibration is not as high. And that's why people say, oh, I think someone put a spell on me. Well, get it together, raise your vibration, shake that off, and easy as that. Now that we broke that down, let's say someone put a spell on you. There is a ritual to get rid of that spell.
Oh, wow. So now you're, okay, spell ritual. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just going to say there is a bay leaf ritual that you can utilize to break any spell. I'm not going to go into the details on how to do the ritual.
Right.
You guys need to know that when you go to a witch for a tarot reading or a whatever reading, you have to pay them because there has to be an exchange of energy.
I love that you hit on that it's an exchange of energy. In other words, there's some people who might say, oh, well, if you have to pay for it, why should you have to pay for it? If this person really wants to help me out and really wants to share their gift with someone to help them, why should we pay for it?
Like anything else.
Yeah.
You give, you take, and vice versa, right? So I have utilized my abilities as an intuitive person for other people's gains and purposes, right? And goals. There was a moment in my life where people were just keep asking me, hey, can you look into this? Can you check this? But there was no exchange of anything.
Okay.
And that energy gets stuck. My energy is getting stuck and the other person's energy. And if you think about money, yeah, there is a whole currency, the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, against the yen, against the euros, against the pesos, whatever.
Right.
But in reality, that's the meaning we gave it to that exchange
of energy.
Okay. Before many centuries ago, I will come to you and say, hey, here is a chicken, and please give me a pound of rice or beans, right?
The bartering system, right?
Yeah, so you're exchanging something for something.
Right.
But you would never hear of like, yeah, I just went next door to the neighbor and gave him my chicken away. What do you get in exchange? Nothing. What's going to happen?
Nothing.
Yeah, the person that gave away the chicken and came back with nothing is going to start a pattern and a path of misery. You need to have an exchange. Okay. You need to keep the balance. When you play with energy, you have to be very mindful of it. Because I keep saying, right?
Yeah.
You manipulate energy, you create energy, and you destroy energy. And I know when I said that, you were like, what? You can destroy energy? Yes, you can. But it has to be something very powerful for you to get to that point, which I have. Because it's very easy to send the energy back. But if I know that by me sending the energy back to that other person, I always take a look at the other person's life. And I always think, maybe this person doesn't need that energy. They're going through something really rough and bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that intuitive person, now you deal with it. Like, no, you know what? I'm not going to be the person make you face your karma. It'll come, but not from me.
Got it.
So I'd rather just get rid of the whole energy.
Okay.
And then going back to those rituals, sage is one of those rituals that you want to do during the day.
When we moved into our apartment, we saged it at night. Because we did it after work. So I was like, okay, that's wrong.
If you don't want to fuck up the energy, if you really want to cleanse, whether it's yourself, your energy field, your aura. Let's say you got a new apartment, as you said.
Yeah.
You want to do this as soon as the sun is up.
Yes.
In the faces you're making right now. And then you want to go around making sure that the smoke of the sage is covering every corner, every inch of that house, that space. You go in the bedrooms, you go in the closets, you go in the kitchen, you go in the storage room, in the laundry room, you go in the patio, whatever. Doesn't matter.
But you didn't mention bathroom.
Because bathroom holds a different energy.
Ah.
And based off this cleansing sage ritual, you don't go in the bathroom because then you're going to fuck up the energy.
Can you hear that, people? Because I did not know that either. Or maybe you guys did, and I'm the only one that didn't know.
Then once you're done saging everything, then you have to dispose the ashes. You have to take them out of the house, not in the trash, not in the garbage disposal in the kitchen, not in the toilet.
Or not reuse it for another sage.
Not reuse it. And that's the thing, that you should have gotten rid of the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's why sage, you don't have to use it the way it comes in the packet, right? You can just open it and break some leaves, put it in a container, hopefully something that is made out of stone, then you can start burning them. And when you're doing this, you have to have intention. Now, part of the rituals that I've done and a good intuitive person would do, when you're going to do a sage ritual, again, the sun is up in the sky. You start with yourself. You have to cleanse your energy field, your aura first.
I'm laughing because we didn't do any of that when we did our apartment, but I'm sorry. Go ahead. And you said also that the apartment has to be empty. So this is before you move anything into the apartment as well.
If you just got a new place, yes, it has to be completely empty.
Okay.
And then you go, because you want to cleanse the energy from the people prior to you, right? And then once that's done, you let the last smoke be consumed, right? You don't put it out. Oh, I'm going to put it out with water. No. You let it finish on its own.
Okay.
Again, when you're going around with the sage, with the smoke, right? You need to have intention. And what is your intention? Cleansing. You are getting rid of the bad juju, the energy that is not welcome.
Yes.
Bad energy, negative energy, doesn't do any good for you, or it's not in good service to your purpose in life. That these things have to be even thought, or you have to say it. And once you're done, the ashes need to go out. You put them in dirt. It's like you putting the ashes back into the earth. That's how you seal a ritual. And then you're done.
And then you're done.
And then you're done. Yeah.
And you've done it correctly. Yeah.
Well, correctly based on what you really were meaning to do. Cleansing. You need to understand what you're doing. There are so many love rituals, right? If you want to attract love. And it's so funny, and I'm going to talk about this one because a lot of people are talking about it, especially celebrities. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos, YouTube videos, where people talk about the cinnamon stick. Have you ever heard about it?
I know of the cinnamon stick, if memory serves me right, that the cinnamon stick is more for bringing abundance, but more like financial abundance, not so much love. But I could be wrong.
Let's talk about numerology for a second.
Okay.
So cinnamon is connected to Venus.
Okay.
Venus
is the planet of love.
Is a powerhouse of love and money, and it's a number 2. So every time you want to do a ritual regarding number 2, you have to look into, okay, what is the number 2 as an energy, right? What is the attraction? It's always love and money. And what is money? Access. If you have money, you have access to things, to
Doing
acquiring things,
yeah.
to doing things, to create things, and then also love. So when you think about cinnamon as a ritual, you have to do it during the day. And there is cinnamon powder or the cinnamon stick. So you have to decide. Is
there a difference between the two? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Based on the ritual.
Ah.
Not the intention, because the intention could be the same. You can just grab cinnamon powder, put it in your hands, and then rub it. And even you can touch your wallet or blow a little bit of cinnamon powder in your wallet or in your purse or whatever that touches money and access and success for you, even your laptop.
Right.
Even if you put a little bit of cinnamon powder in your fingertips and you start touching your keyboard or tapping your cell phone because you do TikToks, you're an influencer, whatever.
Yeah.
The one thing that they all do, whether it's cinnamon powder or the stick, they do it at the beginning of the month. The first day of the month, a lot of people step outside of their houses or their apartments. They open the door, they grab cinnamon powder in their hands and they blow it inside. And you have to put the intention, set the intention of, I'm bringing all the money, success, access, and you can throw a little bit of love in there.
I do know of that one. Okay.
Yes. You want to do it in the morning. However,
like in the morning at sunrise?
In the morning at sunrise.
Okay.
However, if you do the powder, it's okay if you do it at night.
Now, why is that? Why is there an exception there?
Because the energy changed from stick to powder. It's physics, right?
Okay.
But if you do the cinnamon stick, it's gonna release smoke and you're gonna go around you, your body, your energy field, your aura, and then around the house with the cinnamon stick and the smoke. That has to be done during the day.
Okay.
And it's worked for me. I'm just gonna say it. The amazing partners that I have had in my life is because I have done these rituals. But I do 3 rituals all together on the new moon.
So you do it on the first and the new moon, or?
The first day of the new moon, I do a sage ritual.
With the cinnamon stick?
No, just sage.
Oh, sage. Sorry.
Sage,
okay.
Yeah. The second day of the new moon, I do bay leaves. And the third day of the new moon, I do cinnamon stick or cinnamon powder.
Oh, okay.
So I'm cleansing, getting rid of bad juju and spells, and then I'm tapping into love and attracting love. And I've done it in the past, and it's very successful. So I just gave it away.
You sure did. What kind of sorta? We don't know the bay leaf one.
I'll share it with you because it's very simple. It's remember, these are dried bay leaves. When you burn them, you have to go with the smoke, and with intention and meaning, you have to say, I break any spells that were sent to me, right?
Yeah.
Any person's bad juju that want harm for me with spells or any type of things, and it's gonna break, and then you get rid of the ashes the same way, but this is just performed on you.
So question, if I'm gonna do a 3-day where I'm having to seal the sage, seal the bay leaf, and if I decide to do cinnamon stick as well and seal that, I have to take all 3 back to earth. Can I do a one trip with all 3?
No.
They have to be
No. Every ritual you have to be very mindful, because every ritual has to be performed for one purpose. So you don't combine them. You do one ritual one day, you seal it. You do the second ritual, you seal it. And the last one, the cinnamon, is for love or for money. Let's say you're going through something really rough in life, some emotional things, or you're feeling depressed, you're not feeling well, because this is an aspect of life.
Right.
Not everything's about love and money, right? So you can do the sage, the bay leaves, and instead of the cinnamon, you're gonna do Palo Santo. Because Palo Santo harmonizes the energy. It balances everything out. I did that many years ago during pandemic in 2020.
Yeah.
Because I was depressed. I was going through a lot. And I remember calling my mom and saying, Mom, I don't know what's going on with me. I feel this way. I feel that nothing is happening for me. I feel stuck and this. And Mama, okay. You need to chill. And you're going to do this. Yeah, I was definitely not aligned.
Yeah.
And when I say aligned, I'm going to take it back to numerology. So all your chakras need to be aligned. There are 33 chakras in the human body and even more. But the main ones are 33 and the major ones are 7.
That's something that you don't normally hear.
And let's go back to what you said at the beginning.
Okay.
You wake up and the first thing you do is?
I meditate.
You meditate.
And then that's when I get up and I do my tea.
Your matcha tea. Would you ever change your ritual to have my matcha and then my mantra?
I mean, I could do that. May I ask the advantage to making that change?
No, I'm asking you. How would you feel if you do it that way?
I think I'd feel a little off.
Why?
But then, why?
Because it's no longer your routine.
No.
So the ritual is broken. And it's not going to have the same effect. The intention is broken. The meaning is broken. So the intent is not there.
Oh my God. Chris, that's a perfect example of why you have to follow rituals to the T and not change them.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
I was saving it for the end.
You were so smart. Oh, look at that. Yeah. If I changed anything, I think I would feel off. Yeah.
And that's how people feel. Because I'm telling you, I have my own rituals, my morning rituals, my evening rituals. One of my rituals is to get everything off.
From the day?
From the day. And water is the perfect element to cleanse your body. And it's a perfect night ritual. Either you're bathing or you jump in a jacuzzi or you're just taking a warm shower. Or you're getting everything. And you have to put the intention like, I'm washing everything off.
Well, I hope this was as informative for everyone as it was for me, because I know I've learned quite a few things when it comes to rituals.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
To comment, find us on Instagram, YouTube, and our Podcast Kollective website. The podcast is for general informational and entertainment purposes only. Opinions expressed are those of the hosts, podcasters, and guests, and do not reflect those of any employers or affiliated entities. Listener discretion is advised due to potential sensitive topics and foul language.